Welcome back to another episode of Barely Famous Podcast. Today I'm sitting with Cori Broadus. You are Snoop Dogg's daughter, but you are most well known for breaking out into your own person, you're having your own identity, and sort of going against living in your dad's shadows.
Right.
And I love that.
Yes.
So let's talk about all the things. First and foremost, what was it like growing up with a famous father?
I mean, it was great growing up with the famous father, but I think like everything in life, it has its pros and its cons, you know?
Right.
I think for the most part, it was amazing just to be financially okay and to have a father that truly loves his family and wants to provide and make sure we live the best life that we can possibly live. But the downside to it, I think, is people and their expectations. They expect you to be a certain way because of who you are, when I think you should be whoever you want to be, no matter who you are and what your status is. Whatever makes sense to you, that should be okay.
Do you feel like your parents, your father and your mom, sort of kept you out of the spotlight as much as they could? Or do you feel like I ask this because today with social media, we see Beyonce's kids and Kardashian kids and all of, all the kids, but I feel like because you grew up in the 90s, you were born in the 90s.
Yes,
I was
99.
also yes,
almost
early 2000s.
Right.
Yeah. So do you feel like you sort of had the balance of like being in the spotlight but being protected?
For sure. It was a point in time where I wanted MySpace so bad and the Facebook and the Twitter.
Yeah.
My mom was like, no way, we're not doing that, because it's so harsh out here. You know what I mean? And they were trying to protect me from it. But one thing my dad would do he would like give us negative feedback. Not negative feedback, but like critique us. Like if it's something me and my brothers wanted to do, he would tell us, that's not it. Do it like this. So that way when we step into the real world and people have whatever they have to say, we know how to handle it and move forward. So I think they did a great job balancing it out. They still let us be kids. And I think I always say this, we are regular Black kids with just the finer things. We got in trouble, got our cars taken away, phones taken away, was on punishment. And I love that because it made us humble and, just grateful for the life that we live. So
100%. You have two older brothers. What was it like growing up with two older brothers and being the baby? Because I also have my daughter is the youngest of 7 and she has 6 older brothers. So like what was that like?
I mean, I was annoying. They always said I was an annoying little sister, but what else am I supposed to be? I'm the little sister. But it was cool just having, older men, like not older men, but like brothers to look up to and brothers to protect me and, just learn from them. And I don't know. I think it was great.
Yeah, I can imagine. I didn't have siblings growing up. And so I always, it's so fascinating to me to see what the dynamics are. But so growing up with a famous father and sort of living within the industry, do you feel like your peers and your friends growing up also had famous parents, or was your family life sort of a unique experience?
That's so crazy that you asked that. I think our family experience is unique. Like, I don't really have celebrity friends.
Okay.
I personally feel like, no shade to them, but we're not similar in certain ways.
Why do you say that?
Like, as you can see, I'm just like a very chill,
Yeah.
laid back girl. I'm bougie, don't get me wrong, but only bougie where I lay my head, shower, and all of that. But for the most part, I'm just a normal girl. So I think I'm a normal girl that just likes to do normal things and just be me. So I have one celebrity friend. Her dad is Master P. Her name is Italy Miller. That's my soul sister. But other than that, I just be around regular people who do regular things.
Like even growing up when you were in school and stuff? And did you go to public school?
So I went to, Diamond Bar High School, which was a public school. And then I went to Bishop Gorman. It's basically a bunch of rich kids there. I mean, kids pulling up in Rolls Royces, Range Rovers, Bentleys. I was like, okay, I thought we were rich. No, this is a different type of rich.
Really?
But yeah, I just hang out with normal people because I feel like that's my energy and that's my aura. Like I feel like a lot of people on social media they faking the funk or it's a facade. And I don't like that. I have to do what's authentic to me. So I feel like when you're authentic, you gravitate towards authentic people,
Yeah, I was actually just saying that before you came in. I was like, it just feels like I haven't really been able to make friends in this industry.
That part.
And it's so interesting because people on the outside think it's so cool that I'm going here and
Uh-huh.
I'm going there and I meet these people
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, but none of them end up being friends. Like it's just
Right, right.
whatever everyone is doing whatever they can to make it to the next step, but they're
Yep.
not actually holding on to like the friendships or the relationships.
And sometimes I'm like, am I a loser? Like, I don't have like these celebrity friends. I'm not going to these 5-star restaurants and pulling up in the Escalade and doing this and doing that. Like, am I a loser? Like,
Absolutely not.
but I think it's just, like I said, I don't want to do that. You know, I
Mm,
want to do what I do, which is just being me and being chill. And like, obviously, I like the finer things, you know, I think we all do, but it's a balance, you know, like,
for sure.
so.
What is your relationship like with your parents today? Are you guys really close?
Oh, I love my parents. Yeah. One thing about my parents is they were always so cool.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, we have boundaries and rules and all of that, but they let us be who we wanted to be. And one thing I love is that they didn't make me go to college. I told them, y'all gonna waste y'all time and your money. Like,
Yeah.
don't send me to college. I barely made it through high school. Like, let me just figure it out. And they gave me the opportunity to figure it out. And I really appreciate that. And one thing about my parents is they don't tell us what to do.
Mhm.
They kind of just here for moral support. You know, whatever we want to do it. But make sure you stay consistent, you work hard, and make sure this is what you really want to do and whatever route that is.
I love that though, because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like there's so much pressure for kids to go to
Uh-huh.
college. That's like their number one goal. I want my kids to be happy. That's what I
Yeah,
want for my
that
kids.
part.
If they don't want to go to college and it's not for them, then it's not for them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what is the purpose of forcing them to do something that they don't feel like is good for
Right.
them?
And that's what I love, that y'all didn't make me go do something that I didn't genuinely want to do.
Right.
And I love that. And I respect them for that till this day.
You have been pretty open about your health journey, your mental health journey.
Yes.
Is it true that you were diagnosed with lupus at 6 years old?
Yep. Six
And
years old.
I'm sure that was not only a unique experience for you, but it was also for your parents. So what was that like getting diagnosed so young?
I mean, it was a nightmare, you know, because we didn't know what it was. They were telling my parents that it was cancer. It was just all of the above, and they just really couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was. And I think me being so young, you know, you don't really understand what's going on. I just know that I'm sick. I don't feel good. I'm in the hospital. I'm taking all these medications, and then I look at my brothers who are perfectly fine and healthy. My parents perfectly fine and healthy, and I feel like it made me go into my shell and make me like, I always call myself a negative Nancy, you know, like, why me? Why is this happening? Like, what did I do in my past life? Like what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? And I had to accept that this is a part of my life, my journey, my story, and the fact that I'm still able to be present and tell my story. I think that's beautiful, and, you know, help the next person and give people courage that no matter what happens or what sickness you have, you can still live your life and dream on.
Do you remember having to make significant lifestyle changes during that time?
Yeah, for sure. It was more so just, I remember I was out of school for a long period of time, you know, because I was constantly in the hospital, constantly sick. And I always say I felt like my childhood was really ripped away from me. You know, I didn't get to be that energetic, happy, joyful little girl, you know? I was only 6 years old. And when you have lupus, that's joint pain, you fatigue. I mean, it's a lot that go into it. Mental, you know, you taking all these medications. And I'm not a fan of medicine, but I mean, hey, it gets the job done for what it needs to get it done for.
Yeah.
But I think it was just a lot, you know, just 6 years old going through that. And even when I see kids now, I'm like, dang, I wish I got to experience that, like playing on the playground and just being so full of life and energetic, you know?
So when you have lupus, and I'm not super familiar
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but also for, the people listening or watching this, what exactly is lupus? Is it
Yeah,
autoimmune?
autoimmune disease. It's so funny because I'm still learning everything about lupus, but basically your organs are constantly attacking each other. So, you know, our organs are supposed to be best friends and work together, but when you have lupus, they're constantly attacking each other. And one thing that it really affects is your kidneys. And I'm blessed enough to have both of my kidneys, you know what I mean? Not having to use somebody else's kidney, not having to be on dialysis. So I could sit here and be a negative Nancy all day, but I have to force myself sometimes to look at the bigger picture and be grateful for what isn't what it could be, you know?
Absolutely. So when you were a kid and you said that you didn't really get to experience some of the same things that
Yeah.
other kids were, do you mean because you were in pain or you were tired?
Correct, because I was in pain, I was tired, I was constantly at the hospital getting my blood drawn. You know, it was just like I didn't have time to be a kid or to do anything else because my time was dedicated to making sure I was okay and healthy for the
So
most part.
how did your parents support you through that? Because I'm sure it was a learning curve for them too.
Yeah. So my mom, it got to a point where she just mentally couldn't do it. So my auntie took over and started taking me to the doctors and just being there to, you know, support. And my dad, you know, he did the best that he could. You know, he had to work and make sure that he could pay for the bills and you know what I mean? But overall, I have a great support system and I feel like they're the reason why I'm still here, you know?
Yeah. I actually love how positive you are about it. You keep saying negative Nancy, but I don't get that energy from you at
Well,
all.
you know what? I guess I'm on my spiritual journey. I've been really connected with God. I'm not even gonna lie, I almost didn't make it because I have a fear of flying.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
almost didn't
almost
make
didn't
it
make
here.
it here.
Oh, wow,
I
I
have
didn't
a
know that.
I have a fear of flying, and God just He like, no, you need to go on that talk show. You need
Yes.
to tell your story. You
Yeah.
need to tell the world about me and how I'm real. Like He be
Yeah.
speaking to me, so and I'm learning like his signs. And because I feel like in the beginning I was like, God, what does it mean to lean into you? What does it mean to give it to you? What does it mean to, you know what I mean? And he's just slowly showing me like, I got you. You my child. Just do what you doing and I got you the whole way.
So when you say lean into you, what does that mean?
Just literally lean into him. Whatever it is you going through, give it to God. And I didn't understand that. What does that mean? How do I give it to God when I'm constantly worrying and asking why and questioning this and that? You just got to give it to him. Like, God, there's nothing else I can do with it. Here you go.
Yeah.
And he shows you every time, I got you. This is all just a part of our story. You know, everybody's story looks different. And that's what I had to realize.
Right.
My story don't look like her story or his story or her story or his story. This is my story.
You're
You
right.
know what I mean? We all have a different story.
And you've been through so much.
So much is actually crazy.
And I was reading about just sort of everything that you've gone through. And I'm like, how are you so positive through all of this?
You know what I always say? God.
Yeah.
It's nothing but God. I had a stroke last year in January. And I was sitting there like, how did I get through it? God.
You did just recently have a daughter too, right?
Yes.
Was the stroke before your daughter or
yes,
after?
the stroke was before my daughter, and then I had my daughter a year later. Wow, that's crazy.
On top of already having lupus.
And doctors telling me I could never in my life have a baby. I could never get pregnant.
You couldn't get pregnant because of the lupus or
because of the lupus.
Is it dangerous?
It's dangerous and it's just high risk because as the baby's growing, it starts to put pressure on your kidneys. And like I said, kidneys is really the main thing when you have lupus. So it's just all types of stuff that can go wrong. And I thank God for giving me the opportunity to experience being pregnant. And I always said, I just want to experience pregnancy one time and then I'll get surrogates if I want more.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he gave me that opportunity, but I definitely didn't think it would be now. I thought I was going to be the rich auntie and be a mom later in my 40s like Rihanna. But God said, no, I have other plans for you. And I'm just thankful. But I had her at 25 weeks. So she was a preemie.
Oh, wow.
She was 1 pound and 2 ounces. So I'm a NICU mommy. And
that's right past the usually they say the 24 weeks is survival outside of the womb.
Yep.
And so what did you know that you were going to have her early or did it just happen? Do you want to talk about it or no?
Yeah, we could talk about it. This is what this is for, you know, maybe I can help the next person. But as soon as I found out I was pregnant, it was like bad news after bad news. Like, okay, you realize you're pregnant, you have lupus and all these things could go wrong. So every OBGYN appointment, it was just like, it was terrible to the point where I would cry after every visit because it wasn't what you want to hear. You know, you want to hear that your baby's healthy, your baby's growing, you can make it to full term, you can have a regular delivery, you know what I mean? And it was just, nope, she might come next week. She might come next week. And thank God I hit viability week. They actually said my baby was older, like actually old because the babies they see is usually 22 weekers. So her being 25 weeks was old. I'm like, oh, dang, I thought that was still young. But no, I had no idea. I really thought I was going to be able to hold her a little longer. I was supposed to actually have her in May around this time when I was 36 weeks, but she had other plans and I'm glad that she's here. But I basically had a lot of pain in my stomach and I'm thinking it's just gas. I'm on TikTok. It's gas. My baby girl just growing. She's sitting on my organs, this, that, and the other. I went to the doctor, the hospital, to make sure I wasn't developing preeclampsia. Because preeclampsia and lupus, they are the same thing, like the same symptom. So it's hard to determine if it's lupus acting up or is it preeclampsia.
Okay.
So I get there February 27th. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to get checked. I'm good. I'm going to go home after, be on the couch chilling. They start running tests. They said you're developing something called HELP syndrome. HELP syndrome, yep.
I've never heard of this.
And it's basically your body is just slowly shutting down. And the only way to treat it is to get the baby out. So they said she's either going to come out today or tomorrow.
Oh, shutting down goodness. In terms of like you could die?
There you go.
How did you react to that? Did you have support with you? Were you by yourself?
My baby daddy was there. My dad came to see me. My mom came to see me. I was a mess. I felt like I failed my baby. I felt like me being her mama, I couldn't give you what you needed. You know, at one point my placenta wasn't working properly for her, so she couldn't get the nutrition that she needed from me, which is why she was only 1 pound and 2 ounces because she wasn't able to grow. I mean, it was so many things going through my head. Like, why, God? Why? Like, why? What did I do? Why is this happening to me? Like, I can't even give my baby what she need in my stomach. How am I going to give her what she need when she come out in the real world? So it was just a lot of breaking down and crying and just figuring out why. Like, why is this happening? And the next day I got a C-section and we got her out and she came out crying and breathing on her own. And the doctors, they kept thanking me. I was there for 5 days just to make sure my lupus and everything was okay. And they said, thank you for coming. If you would have came in any day later, things would have been totally different. As far as either I would have been dead or she would have been dead or we both would have been dead. So thank you for coming and telling us what you were experiencing. And I'm glad that we were able to help and, you know, get whatever we needed done.
How do you think that shifted or how do you think that changed the relationship that you will have with your daughter?
Oh, I think I'm gonna love that girl times 10. You know, I mean, already you're gonna love your child. Of
course, 100%.
But I think it's a different type of bond and love. Like, I'm gonna really cherish these moments with her when she get out. I mean, I already cherish them when she's at the hospital, and I think one day she'll be able to be in my position and sit and tell her story. You know, I feel like God put certain people through things to like show people that he's real and like we're walking testimonies. You know what I mean? Like she came out 1 pound, 2 ounces and she's thriving. She's 3 pounds now. Doctors told me last night. So I'm just
in real life?
Yeah, she's 3 pounds now.
Oh my God. Oh, I thought you had her last year.
No, I had her
this year.
February 28th.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brand new baby.
Yeah, she's 2 months.
So how long was she in the NICU or is she still in the NICU?
She's still in there. So she's going to be in there probably till June, July because they usually keep the babies in there until their original due date. I was supposed to have her June 13th, but with the high risk, they were going to induce me at the 36-week mark, which is now.
Oh, I'm shook right now. Right. I am so shook because I had twins last year and we're 2023. You know, and they went to the NICU. They were only 5 weeks early. So I was going through it and I had kids at home. So I couldn't stay overnight. And that was tough. But I mean, we're talking about months in the NICU.
It has been hard. Like one day she's doing perfectly fine. She's doing amazing. Then the next day she's in critical condition. Then the next day she's okay. And then the next day we got to go in and do surgery because she's not tolerating my breast milk. And then yesterday, her eyes is not developing the way that they're supposed to because she's a preemie and the oxygen or the ventilator is just, but now when I go in there, she gonna be okay. This is a part.
Are you okay? This is taking me back to the NICU and I literally cannot imagine what you're going through on a day-to-day basis, truly.
This shit, can I cuss on here?
Yeah, girl.
This shit is hard. I
It's
don't wish
rough.
this upon nobody.
Nobody.
Like, just seeing your baby like that, like, sometimes I feel like I got chills right now. Sometimes I feel like I'm at the zoo looking at an animal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just seeing your baby, that shit hard.
And you, I'm sure, go through all the emotions like anger, sadness, hope. I mean, it's just a roller coaster because you're like, why us? Why her? Why did it have to be this way? But then also hope because you're like,
Right.
I know we're going to come out on the other side of this, but
Right,
it's just the
right.
journey getting there is so painful sometimes.
It was a point in time where I would see pregnant women and I would see moms with their babies and I get mad.
Yeah.
I get upset, like angry, like, why? Why not me? Why I couldn't go full term? Why I couldn't do a maternity shoot? Why I couldn't have a full term baby? Why is all these questions? God, what did I do? Talk to me.
Right.
You didn't do nothing. You did all that you can do. This is a part of the plan.
So is the plan then for her, so you were due this month?
Yep.
The plan for her is hopefully to go home this month?
I'm praying that she come home before my birthday. My birthday is June 22nd. I said, that's all I want for my birthday is my baby home. And, you know, I mean, she's making progress, you know, slowly but steady. Like I said, every day you never know. And she has these tubes in her mouth right now because she's so little and that's how she's surviving.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, I'm like, what are these tubes going to get taken out? Like all these machines beeping and just being in the hospital. And sometimes I don't want to go up there. I don't want to call because I can't take it. And then I'm like, okay,
toll.
Does that make me a bad mother?
No.
If I go 3 to 4 days without seeing my daughter, if I go 2 days without calling to check on her, am I a bad mother? They're like, no. I was breastfeeding at one point. I couldn't do it no more because it was hard pumping every 2 hours and no baby is there.
Oh my God, I'll cry right now.
You know what I mean? And my mom, her mama Tay, that's what my mom grandkids call her. She just did her nursery, and sometimes I'll go in there and I'm like, damn, like, where's my baby? My baby's not here, you know? But it could be worse. It could be worse to where she wouldn't be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She breathing. It could be worse. And that's what I have to keep reminding myself. Cori, doctors told you couldn't even have a baby, and you had a baby, and she's alive. Just give her some time. Give her some time. I wasn't always like this, though. I was a wreck. I'm surprised I'm not crying right now. I think I've been cried it all out. I mean, it was just times I was in that hospital just boo-hoo crying, just looking at my baby like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, we don't ask to be here, and she's here and going through all this, but I know she's going to come out on top.
100% she is.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that the way that you were parented in your childhood will sort of shape the way that you raise your daughter? Do you think that you'll do some of the same things that your parents did for you with keeping you, you know, off of social media or sort of out of the public eye? Or do you think that you'll sort of encourage her to, if she wants to? I
mean, that's tricky because I feel like she has a story to tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I don't want to force it on her. You know, like me, like I love to speak. And I love to speak about what I go through. I feel like that's my calling and that's what I want to do. My dad didn't make me do this. My mom didn't make me do it. This is what I wanted to do, and they support it fully. So it's more so whatever she want to do. She might not even be a talkative person like me or want to share her story or be as open as I am, you know, but I would love for her to help the next person. You know what I mean? The next child and the next preemie, and know that you're going to get through this and everything is going to be okay.
That's so inspiring. And I feel like so many moms have reached out to me. I mean, like I said, 3 weeks in the NICU is very different from your story, but so many people reached out when I talked about it. So I think you're going to help so many people just by talking about it.
It's crazy how many parents are NICU mommies right now or were. You know, I didn't realize how, even in the hospital, I'm like, all these new babies coming in, and I just look at them like, I feel for you. I feel for you 100%. Like, just seeing your baby like that is having to ask, can I hold my baby? Like, and some days you can't because she had a rough day, or she, you know what I mean? Like, and then just seeing the whole process, the respiratory nurse has to come in, and her main nurse comes in, and it's just sometimes I just look at her. I'm like, I don't even want to put you through that with holding you. I know skin to skin is good, but if somebody was doing that to me, like, leave me alone. Let me chill in this bed for a second. You know what I mean? So it's hard, but like once I posted it, so many mommies came to me and just told me their story, and it made me feel better. Like, okay, if you got through it, I know I can get through it.
Is she close to home?
Yes. So she's like 20 minutes away. She's at UCLA, the best of the best. So
good.
I'm thankful for that. She got the best doctors, the best nurses. I mean, she's in good hands, you know, and that's what I have to appreciate. Like, it's babies who get flown from wherever they're at to UCLA to be in the NICU. So I know she's in the best place that she can possibly be.
When my twins were in the NICU, it was about an hour from my house, so it was rough.
Oh, and then you have kids.
And then you got to drive, and then I couldn't stay the night, and so I'm glad that she's close to home. I know that some days it's, you know, harder than others to get up there, but and speaking of that, obviously this takes a toll on your mental health, and you've been very open about your mental health struggles and your journey. So how has this sort of shaped that? Like, has it made it better, worse?
Ooh.
Does it depend on the day?
It definitely depends on the day. I think the easiest way out is to give up, right? End it all. But that take a lot of work. You know, you got to sit here and think, how you going to do it? Are you going to be successful? You know what I mean? And back in 2021, I tried to commit suicide and I was unsuccessful, thank God, you know. And I feel like this is only the beginning. If you can't get through this, are you going to be able to get through anything else that life throw at you? Life is constantly going to life. You know what I mean? You got to learn how to just keep it moving. And I feel like once I stopped breastfeeding and once I kind of just realized like this is just my story and this is a part of the plan and there's nothing I can do, just take it one day at a time.
I've talked to other people who have attempted suicide before and were also unsuccessful, and they are so thankful that they were unsuccessful. Do you feel the same way?
I do. And I hear stories about people who tried and, you know, they're now dealing with long-term issues. You know what I mean? Whether they can't walk, they can't talk, they can't see. And I'm like, was it worth it? You know what I mean? Like, you did all that and now you know what I mean? Like, but easier said than done. I feel like we all cope with things differently. But I just want to be a light and I want to be impactful and I want to keep sharing my story. And even though I'm scared of flying, travel across the world and help, you know, the next person, because I feel like we're all struggling in our own ways. And I feel like, and I always say, what I'm doing is what I'm doing. You know, everybody's like, well, people with a platform, they should be doing what you're doing. No, not everybody is here to do the same thing. No. I have this platform and I'm choosing to do exactly what I'm doing with my platform, you know? And so I'm grateful that people gravitate towards me and people actually want to listen and hear what I have to say. Like even you, like you could be doing A, B, and C, but you taking your time out to talk to me and get to know me. So that really means a lot because I really want to connect with the world, you know, and I really want people to know me for me. I'm going to always be Snoop Dogg's daughter. I can never hide from that. That's my dad. You know what I mean? But I want to make a name and a way for myself to where people truly know who Cori Broadus is.
Do you ever feel resentment for being Snoop Dogg's daughter?
Explain to me what you mean.
Finding a balance between Snoop Dogg's daughter and Cori.
For sure.
And obviously that's your dad. You love him. But, you know, maybe certain things happened in your life that caused the struggles that you go through, or maybe certain parts of it were traumatizing and you didn't realize it until you look back and hindsight is 2020.
Right.
Do you ever feel resentment towards that?
For sure. I feel like sometimes I wish I was a normal girl.
Yeah.
SZA has a song called Normal Girl. As much as I think I'm normal, I'm not. You know, I walk into a grocery store, I walk into the airport yesterday and everybody's just looking and you look familiar. You look like Snoop Dogg's daughter. I'm like, really? I get that all the time. I just be playing with people. I'm like, me? Where you know me from? You know, just messing around. But I don't know. It's like, you don't realize how many eyes are on you. Like when I post a story, like depending on what I post, it's like 50, 60,000 people watched it. I'm like, all those people watching me post my daughter's foot or my daughter's hand or me in Bora Bora or wherever it is. I'm like, all these eyes on you is pretty scary. It's very scary. And I think, but I'm finding myself and I'm comfortable with who I am. Like, I feel like even me pulling up here and not getting my makeup done, just putting a bun in my baby hairs, just keeping it cute and simple. At first I was like, should I get my makeup done? Like, should I? Like,
no,
I
girl,
don't
you
know
look
what
great.
to do. I know. Thank you. So even stuff like that, you know, you're thinking about what the next person is going to think when who cares? People are going to always have something to say regardless, whether you're doing something good or bad. So I think I'm truly finding myself. I think I was going through an identity crisis at first, but I think I'm slowly and surely finding out who Cori is. What does Cori love to do? What does Cori want to do? And, you know, just figuring out even this trip, like this mean a lot to me because I'm usually traveling with my dad doing stuff with him. You know what I mean? Like we're all going A, B, and C to support him and to be here with him. So I think even me being on a plane and coming to Philly and, you know what I mean, to sit here and talk and tell my story, I think that is beautiful and that's a blessing. So I'm just trying to really focus on the positive and not focus on the negative. But of course, the devil, he come in and he do what he do. But I'm just grateful and blessed to be able to do what I do.
When you were growing up and going to public school, but also sort of traveling with did you travel with your dad as a kid?
Yes.
So how did that work? You were sort of living a double life, like going to public school and then also, do you know what I mean?
I always say I lived the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It was a good balance. Like I said, my parents always kept us kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's certain stuff that we couldn't do and certain stuff that we could do. And I respected that. Respected them for that because it shaped us into who we are now.
For sure.
And of course, going to help us raise our kids as well.
Did you ever get asked to do My Super Sweet 16 when that was on MTV?
No, I did not. And I need to holler at y'all for that. Because I had a bomb Sweet 16 at that. I got a G-Wagon and everything.
No, that's my dream car.
I got a G-Wagon at 16 years old.
Are you serious?
I thought I was the coolest girl in town.
You were. You are. You were and you are.
But yeah, no, they never asked me to do my Sweet 16 and I'm so mad about that.
That is so crazy. Wait, so you got a G-Wagon at 16?
A G-Wagon, black matte with red interior.
Do you still have it?
No.
Oh man, that would have been iconic. No. Maybe you should bring that back.
That part. We for my daughter.
1,000% for her 60. We're going to have a full circle moment.
Let's do it.
And she's getting a G-Wagon, matte black with red interior. That is so. Was there anything growing up, sort of living the best of both worlds, right? Like, was there anything growing up that you wish that you had that you didn't have?
To be honest, no.
No.
I think I got everything I ever wanted. I have everything that I want. I feel like, no lie, I do a lot of comparison on Instagram.
Do you?
Like,
to who?
Girls with rich baby daddies. Or with
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. At the AMCs yesterday, someone walked by and said, that's a billionaire. I said, maybe I should fuck him. I said that. I did.
You know what I mean? Like seeing her post her new bag every week or every day. She's in this car. She's doing this. She's doing that. And it's like, Cori, you could be doing the same thing too. Like, and not even with a man. Your daddy can handle it or you can handle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it looks so good. You know, when something look good, you want it.
Yeah.
You want it. I don't care what it look like. I want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or what it's really like. I want it. And I feel like I had to stop doing that. Cori, you're not them. You're yourself. You know, like getting the lashes, getting the fake nails and the heels and that's not you.
But so you could do it if you wanted to.
That's that part. You could do it if you want to, but that's not what you want to do.
Right.
So you sitting here looking at the next person like saying you want this, you want this, you want that. You don't want it. It just look good. And
I don't think it's as fulfilling as we all like to think it is. I want relationships of value. I want things of value. And I went through a phase of like the designer stuff, right? You know where it is now? It sits in my closet. I'm trying to sell it on Poshmark. Okay. It just sits there. So it does look good. It looks glamorous. I think that's why we all are obsessed with like reality TV and stuff,
That
because it looks
part.
a certain way. But I can't honestly say that it feels good. And I'm sure you have experienced that too.
For sure. Everybody think like in the beginning when I told my story about committing suicide, they're like, how can someone like you not want to be here and you have everything? If my dad was Snoop Dogg, this, and that. Okay, that's exactly why God didn't make your dad Snoop Dogg and why you are who you are and why I am who I am. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, so
Do they think that because your dad is Snoop Dogg, you don't have issues or struggles
there
or
you go. There
challenges?
you go. Why are you supposed to have struggles and challenges when your dad is Snoop Dogg? When you have everything that you can ever imagine? I mean, because I'm still human.
Right. You still go
Because
through.
I still bleed like you. Because I still die
Mhm.
like you. Because I still
Mhm.
have bad days like you. The list goes on.
Right. How did your parents handle and support you through your mental health challenges?
Just a lot of family time.
Yeah.
A lot of checking in. You know, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm getting to an age where I got to take control of my life now. You know what
Right.
I mean? It gets to a point where people only care as much as you care. You know,
Right.
somebody can't care more than you care about yourself.
Right.
So I think just the regular checkups, we have group chats, and I feel like ever since I had my daughter too, like it's bringing us all closer. You know, like I don't know, I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I feel like this is gonna make our family closer, and just realize that life is so short, and it's so like anything can happen in the blink of an eye. You know what I mean?
Is your daughter the first grandchild? Or
Oh no, she's the eighth one.
eighth? Oh, so your brothers have kids.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is she
Uh-huh.
okay?
So she's the baby and the baby girl.
Are they all boys?
So my middle brother Cordell has 3 girls and 1 boy, and then my oldest brother Corday has 2 boys and a girl.
Wait, let's talk about the names. Corday, Cordell, and Cori.
Yes.
Who are y'all named after? There's a theme here.
Right. I think Cordell was named after, was it a football player? I think a football player. I was named after Master P's brother, C Murder.
Okay, so you're friends with Master P's daughter,
Yes,
and then
Italy.
your parents are probably friends with.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So I
love
was
that.
named after C Murder. His name is Corey. And it's so funny. I was actually supposed to be a boy. Doctors told my mom I was going to be a boy.
Oh, wow.
And my name was supposed to be Cody Christopher. And that's my daughter's name, Cody, but Cody Drew. And it's just so crazy how life just
full circle.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
And then Corday, I don't know where she got his name from, but I love his name.
They're all like themed.
CCB is our initials.
I don't know your dad's real name. I thought maybe
Cortazar.
Shut up.
Cortazar Calvin Broadus.
So you guys are all
CCB.
Mm-hmm. I love that though. That's so cool. But your mom's name doesn't match, or does it?
No, her name is Shantae.
It sort of matches with the C. It sort of matches.
No, hers is S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's just the odd one out. That's okay.
She said, I want to be different.
Yeah, I love that. So do your siblings, do they live close and the cousins will all grow up together?
Yes.
That's so nice.
Yes, I'm excited. She has so many cousins, so many family that cannot wait to see her, love on her, and just, I'm like, girl, you are so spoiled. Even when she was in my stomach, I'm like, yo, you're not even fully developed yet, and you got all this stuff. Like, I haven't been able to buy her anything. My mom got her all types of diaper bags, strollers, car seats. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna have to buy anything.
She needs a G-Wagon.
Cool. Right.
She needs a G-Wagon.
I'd better start saving now so I can have it right for her.
Oh my gosh. I love that though. I love that you guys live close. I don't have a whole lot of family, so my friends become my family.
Got you.
But I love that you have nearby.
I really have a strong village, and I'm super thankful for that every day. You know, like I said, I feel like I'm still here because of them, you know?
What was it like dating and ultimately meeting your daughter's father when Snoop Dogg is your dad? Did he have to like jump through extra hoops? Did he have to jump through 6 rings of fire? Like, what was that like? Because at that point, you can do everything on your own. And if you couldn't do it, your dad could do it for you. So what was dating like?
I mean, it's so funny. I feel like I've always dated guys who didn't really have nothing going for themselves.
I think that's all of us.
Like a pot to even piss in.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of how I grew up. Well, as far as dating, just dating guys who just had nothing going on and But Wayne, my baby daddy, he was different. You know, he had a job, he had a car, he had his own place. I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm not used to that. I'm used to picking the dudes up, paying for them, just like I'm their mama, low key. And so it was different for me and Wayne, you know. And Wayne, he's such a sweet soul. He's a great person. We're actually business partners as well. We basically
for the Choc Factory.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that's really my best friend. I mean, everything in one. So
yeah.
I'm just super grateful that God placed him in my life. He came at the right time. That's when I was going through the depression and all of that. And he kind of just slowly built me back up.
But so at what point do they find out, like anybody in your life, that Snoop Dogg is your father?
I think they know off the bat.
Really?
You know, like off the bat. And if they don't, then they'll find out very soon.
And how do you even go about that? Like, do they act funny? I mean, even friends, not even just dating, but just in general, like if you meet someone and you're like, oh, let's go do this. And then your dad's there.
Right.
Is it weird? Do you feel like you feel a shift in their motives or like their demeanor, their energy?
I feel like I know how to spot it out now. I'm not really I got my OG group of friends and I kind of keep it at that just because I know what that comes with. You know what I mean? Like people not being real and people wanting A, B, and C, and it's just not genuine. You know what I mean? So I really just hang out with the people that I've been hanging out with for years and who I know have my best interest, and I have their best interest. And that's the scary part about it is you never know how someone may truly feel. And it's so funny because when people don't know who I am, they're kind of like rude or like don't really care to like talk or be bothered.
Really?
And then when they find out, it's like
a switch up,
a quick switch.
I would talk to you out on the street. You're so sweet. You have a good energy. You're calming. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I don't like that.
And that's so funny that you say that because a lot of people tend to not like me for whatever reason or have negative things to say. But once they get to know me, they love me.
Yeah, well, I would love you right off the bat. The sweetest soul, like even Alessandra's like, yes.
This is me in real life.
You've always been this calm?
Yep.
That's crazy.
And that's so funny. I don't think I'm as calm as people think I am.
Really?
I guess
you have a very calming energy.
Thank you.
For sure. I think everyone in the room can agree.
Thank you.
So you mentioned that Wayne is your business partner, also your daughter's father, and you have the Choc Factory. Let's talk about it. How did it start and where does the name come from? I know where the name came from because I read about it, but I want you to tell our listeners and viewers where how this started.
Let's do it. So basically, when I tried to commit suicide in 2021, I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I need to figure out a game plan. I need to figure out what to do with my life, maybe a hobby. I don't know, something.
Sure.
And I looked on Google like hobbies and candle making, soap making, and lip gloss making came up. And I was like, lip gloss would be so cool. Because I'm not really a makeup girly. I can't tell you nothing about no makeup. I can't tell you what color I use, what product I use.
Like, somebody else does it for me.
Hello.
I can't do it.
I sit in the chair and you can do my makeup, you know what I mean? So like I said in the beginning, I want to be authentic. So I felt like lip gloss is authentic to me. I love a lip gloss, brush my eyebrows, moisturize, and keep it pushing. So I told Wayne, I said, Wayne, let's do lip gloss. He like, lip gloss? I'm like, yeah. So we on YouTube on the couch looking at how to make lip gloss. We were literally our own chemist, marketer, whatever you call it, social media, just everything all in one. We was a whole team to where we would buy the tubes, wash the tubes, make the lip gloss, mix it, add the stuff. I'm filling up the tubes. I mean, we were literally a factory. In Choc Factory, I thought of that because I love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah. And I'm Choc, and I feel like it was a factory. So Choc Factory made the most sense.
So you didn't go to your dad and say, hey, can you fund this business?
My parents did one investment, and it wasn't even that much. And I love that, though, because it made us hustle and it made us want it even more. Because we could easily been like, Dad, Mom, handle that. And I'm on the couch chilling. But no, I like to be hands-on. I'm a very hands-on type person because I want it to be a specific way. I'm very particular.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist. I think I'm just particular, which is probably a perfectionist.
You want things done your way.
There you go.
Because if you would have went to your parents, maybe they would have been wanting a say in
There
it,
you
or
go.
you should do it this way, you should do it that way.
I wanted to be how I wanted to be, me and Wayne. So they were there supporting us, though. You know what I mean? And it got to a point where we used to have like family events and like everybody wants lip gloss, and me and Wayne is running in the Choc room at my parents' place and getting these orders out. It was a lot. And then eventually it became more than just selling product. It became a movement to where women felt comfortable and feel like they had somewhere where they belong. Because I feel like on social media and the society makes you feel like you have to look a certain way to be accepted.
Right.
And I feel like there's so many beautiful women out here in this world. They just hidden. Yeah. And I feel like that's what Choc Factory want to do. We want to bring out, like, we work with regular girls. We don't work with girls on that has agencies and all that, because they really be bougie. They cost too much and they don't fit the brand. No shade to them. They just don't fit the brand. We want people who are real and authentically themselves. And once we realized what Choc Factory was doing to other women, we said, okay, we got to take it up a notch. Like, how is this brand, this small business brand, making women feel how they feel? Yeah. To where we had an audition and it was 15 girls. And I was sad. I said, that's it? Only 15 girls? After the second girl, I was ready to take a nap, eat some food. And I'm like, this is too much. You know what I mean? But it felt good. Like, there's women in there crying, telling us their stories, being vulnerable, telling us thank you. Yeah. I said, Choc Factory is doing this for y'all? And I feel like that's my calling. That's my purpose, is to help and to give in the best way that I can. So, of course, we want to make some money and, sell our product. But I think it's deeper than that. 100%. It's creating a safe space for everybody.
Because you could have taken it in a different direction and had your dad do it and get it in all these like huge stores, and you wouldn't have that same vulnerable, brand to people connection. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that there's anything against doing that. I mean, if you get into, all of these stores, great, that's fantastic. Right, but starting small just builds more character. It builds a deeper relationship with your audience and the consumer. And so I think people will respect that about you. So anyone who doesn't know about it right now, who's hearing about it for the first time, is going to probably look up the brand and want to be a consumer.
And I love that, because I have my moments where, like I said, comparing, I'm looking at, for example, Rhode. I'm looking at Kylie Cosmetics.
We're not looking at Rhode.
I'm looking at all this stuff, right? And I'm like, she's doing all this cool stuff. Like, well, how can I be cool and how can I do this? But everybody's story is different and everybody's timeline look different.
Do you really think that Hailey Bieber was in her kitchen mixing up formulas? Do you really think that? It builds character, builds grit, it builds resilience, and you starting from scratch, from the bottom.
Like, I'm here for a reason right now. You got to understand that, like, you really speaking to me right now. Like, you saying that mean a lot to me, because I do a lot of like, why is we only have 26,000 followers and nobody's buying our product and nobody's this and nobody's that. And I realized, but Cori, you have to meet people halfway too. You got to meet them halfway. Yeah. Like you said, I'm a very chill, calm girl. So it'd be hard for me to like, oh shit, let me pull out my lip gloss and put it on camera. Let me put on my lip liner on. Let me pull out. Because I just be chilling half the time. When I put it on, I got my scarf on, my PJs on, and I'm chilling.
That's so relatable. Uh-huh. So relatable.
And I think I just have to capture those moments, those real authentic moments,
And that's hard.
Right.
When you're trying to create, and I say this all the time with you're not thinking about, let me grab my camera. So it's hard to get those moments. So unless you're filming 24/7, which isn't authentic either. So I get it.
But it's like you got to, meet them halfway, because I feel like what me and my team are trying to do now is make me more influential. I feel like I'm not really influential, right?
No, you are absolutely influential. It's just getting in front of a camera and being your authentic self. That's the hardest part.
We said we got to bring more awareness to the brand and more awareness to who Cori is. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, who is she? How does she sound? How does she look?
For sure.
And I feel like I'm slowly but surely doing that. And that's why I'm super grateful for this opportunity to, like you said, get people to know who I am, my story, and buy that Choc stuff.
So tell me about the lip glosses. We have lip glosses and...
Yes, lip glosses, 6 lip glosses, 6 lip liners, and a lip mask and a lip scrub.
Perfect.
So I just really wanted to focus on lips. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm just a lip girly and I want to stay authentic. I might dive into eyebrows because I really like to just
Let me
brush
know.
them in. Right. So I don't know, but I just want to perfect this first. And
Mm-hmm.
there I go, perfectionist. I want to perfect this first and then move on to the next thing. But this is made out of pure love, like I honestly feel like it's the best of the best.
It is.
It's really moisturizing. It lasts a long time and the colors are very subtle, but they're there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I really believe Choc will go very far. I just got to be patient and keep doing what I'm doing.
If you could have one celebrity collab with you on Choc, who would it be?
Wow, you got me in the hot seat. That's a great question. I never thought about that because I'm so like, I want to do everything on my own. I don't want, like my brother Cordell, he's a businessman and he's the networking king. I'd be like, Cordell, how do you know all these people? Because I talk to them and I get in their face but I'm so shy. I'm like, hi, like I'm Cori, you know
Your
what I mean?
dad is Snoop Dogg. You can talk.
More awareness right now, you know what I mean?
Makes
It's
sense.
just like Choc. Everybody, you wearing Choc? What you got on Choc? Just making it a house brand name. That's really my goal. And like I said, it's deeper than just the product. I feel like it's a place where people can come together. And I also creating a Choc Factory brand. Camp Foundation. Because a year ago, me and Wayne raised 3 children. It was my auntie kids. She went to jail and their dad passed away in a tragic car accident. And they were neglected, right? But it wasn't in an abusive way. It was just because she didn't have the resources that she needed to be the best mother that she can be to them, because everything is expensive out here. You know what I mean? So once we got the kids, we kind of slowly just brought them back to where they needed to be. So they inspired us to create the Choc Factory Foundation, where we're going to help single women or single mothers like have a better life, basically give them the resources that they need to be the best mother that they can be to their children.
Honestly, that is so inspiring. I actually was part of something like that when I was a teen mom.
Oh, nice.
I went through this program that was privately funded.
Okay.
It wasn't welfare. Also, no shade to welfare. Those who need it should get it.
Right.
But and so they helped young adults get back on their feet. And so I was at a homeless shelter and then I got into the program. They helped me pay my rent and get on food stamps and, do all of that. And so it was so helpful, but there was also requirements for it. So I had to work 20 hours or go to school 20 hours or both.
Got you.
And I had a son. So I was like trying to figure everything out. But if it wasn't for that program, I don't know where I would be today.
I love that.
So what you're doing
I love that. And that's so exactly inspiring. What I want to do. Like you said, give people a chance at life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I always say that, like, I've been blessed enough to live and have the finer things in life. I want to share it with the world in the best way that I can,
How do you think that you have become so humble and so hardworking when you really do have like Nepo baby resources?
That's so funny because my assistant said that to me yesterday. We were in the airport. She's like, if I had somebody to help me and to do everything for me, girl, I would wear them out. But I'm like, I'm not like that.
You don't want to ask your dad?
I mean, I don't like asking. I want to try first.
Yeah.
I want to try first. And if it don't work, then, hey, Dad, look. But let me try. You never know where it might take you. But
does he recognize that in you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my dad we're all the same. Like when if you meet my dad, you'll be like, wait, you Snoop Dogg for real? He's so sweet, humble, chill. That's how we all are. Like,
your brothers are the same way. They don't ask him for anything?
No. Maybe my older brother. He did an interview with Kelly Clarkson and she was like, what do your kids call you? He's like, my daughter call me Dad. My son call me Pops. And then my oldest son call me when he needs some money. But he was the first baby, so he was spoiled. So that's all he know. Daddy, I need some 1, 2, 3, So I don't know. I think it was just how we were raised too, like we were raised like a regular Black family. just have the finer things. You know what I mean? So
what is, and not to get,
what does that mean?
Truly, because that's a conversation that comes up a lot. I have biracial children, and that is a conversation that comes up a lot, and it's really hard to talk about. So what is a regular Black family?
I mean, just discipline, you know what I mean? Like, you have to do this. You can't have bad grades. My birthday's in the summer, so I would always have bad grades in the summer. My report card, I can't have no pool party. I can't do nothing for my birthday. And I love that because it humbled me to where, okay, if you don't do right in life, these are the consequences. You know what I mean? My mom could have easily, oh, you got all F's or whatever. Okay, we could still have a party, though. You know, I feel like that would have changed my character. I would have thought I can just get away with anything. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when I say a regular Black family, like Sunday family dinner, getting in trouble, punishment, they having real one-on-one conversations with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we was normal eating fried chicken and macaroni, cheese and greens. Like, we not at these 5-star restaurants that cost an arm and a leg for these little ass meals. You know,
even when your dad was at the height of his music career, you were at home eating dinner.
Girl, what? He loved him some Denny's. I love me some Islands. I was with my homegirl the other day, and her man, they like, Cori, what you want? They naming all these fancy restaurants, the Ivy, this, that.
Nobu.
I'm like, I could take some Chick-fil-A, Cane's, or Islands.
What's Islands?
Islands burgers and fries. We used to go there all the time. It's a regular American place where they have cheese fries, burgers, hot wings,
the good stuff,
strawberry daiquiri. It's just simple and chill. Like, I have a chef, and every other day she making me some spaghetti.
You have a chef at home?
And every day
What's
she
that
making
like?
me. It's amazing.
I bet.
That's my girl. Her name is Ty. After my stroke, my dad really wanted me to get into my health and all of that, so he hired her. She was my close friend, though, but hired her to come and cook for me. So she makes sure that I'm fed and I'm good to go. So
I love that.
Yes.
And did she help you also with Choc, since she knows how to like mix stuff up? Or?
No, she just mainly just cook for me and support me and just here for me.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a perk of having Snoop Dogg as your dad, because listen, I wouldn't be asking for money, but I would be asking for a chef.
Yeah, no, the chef that's a plus. Like, it's amazing not having to worry about eating out or what you're gonna eat, you know, is prepared. Because
you've taken a more holistic approach to some of the issues that you're the challenges.
Yes.
And so what does that look like? You had to do a full diet change, lifestyle changes?
So after my stroke, I went cold turkey. I wasn't eating meat. I wasn't eating cooked foods. Everything was like raw vegetables, just everything raw. I was drinking a smoothie once a day with 12 ounces of kale.
Oh my gosh.
Flaxseed oil. But I love water, so it tasted like water. And I had to trick myself like, this is good for you. This is healing you. This is helping you. You know what I mean? And it was refreshing, and it made me feel good too. But of course, we all, you know, we dip and dabble a little bit.
Yeah.
So I needed some cheese fries and some hot wings here and there.
No, I think cheese fries solves everything.
But for the most part, I try to maintain a good and healthy diet, especially since I've had my baby girl. I want to make sure that I'm in the best shape mentally and physically before she get home.
And I'm sure that clears your mind a little bit when you have like a healthier diet.
That part.
I don't know. I feel like when you have a clear mind, like your space is clean, your diet is probably cleaner. Everything just feels fresher.
It do.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I'll get there. Maybe after this interview, I'll go home and reevaluate some things, because
go at your pace. I always tell people that, go at your pace and take baby steps.
Yeah.
You know, like, I just went cold turkey because of the stroke, you know, but
did they ever figure out why you had the stroke or what caused it?
So with lupus, you have something called, I might be saying it wrong, antiphospholipid bodies, which basically your blood clots faster than others.
Okay.
So that's how the stroke happened, because my blood is not circulating the way that it's supposed to, which eventually it clots up. So, yeah.
That's what caused the stroke?
Mm-hmm. Was that thing that I had, this whatever it is, antiphospholipid, whatever.
And so with lifestyle changes, will it help your circulation and things like that? Or you don't know?
Yeah. I think It get tricky though. It get tricky because
Right.
you could do all of the right things and
Still be sick.
and something still not flowing or processing the way that it's supposed to. So I just try to take care of myself in the best way that I can and be grateful that I didn't have no deficits, residuals. Like the doctors were shocked after my stroke. They said, "Oh, God's not finished with you." Like I just had a little bit of motor skills that I needed to work on. Like they would have me do this and like little stuff like that, walk around. But I walked out of there perfectly fine.
So if you could give any advice to younger Cori, what would it be?
Keep going. You're so strong. You're so beautiful. There's nothing that you can't do. Stay positive. Stay in your lane. Focus on your journey. And everything's going to be okay.
And if you could say anything to someone who's struggling with mental health or suicidal ideations, what would you say to them?
I would say I try to be careful what I say because I'm still struggling myself. So I don't want people to feel like I have it figured out or I'm all around the board okay because I have my days. But really just take it one day at a time. Don't focus on tomorrow and don't focus on yesterday because yesterday already happened and tomorrow's not promised. So you got to just be in the now, like right now in the present, you know, and just try to find things that work for you. Like people be like, work out and go on a hike, and I'm not doing that. I'm not going on no hike. I'm not doing none of that. I may do a treadmill or walk my neighborhood, but I'm not doing all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's not for you. It's not it might be for someone else,
Right, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
So just find out what works for you and stay consistent.
Yeah.
And keep your mind busy, keep your mind going and pray. I'm a firm believer in God. He's very much so real. And you just got to have a connection with him and get right with him.
But it does get better, right?
It
Like
does.
whatever it is that you're going through right in this moment, there's another side to it.
Yeah.
If you just hold on a little bit longer.
Just a little bit. This too shall pass.
Yes.
I've been saying that lately. Even with her in the NICU. This too shall pass. Before you know it, they're going to be calling you. She's ready to come home. Before I know it, her sweet 16, prom.
G-Wagon. I just sent my son to prom last weekend.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, he's 15 and he went to prom and I was like full circle moment.
Yep.
Yeah. So it goes by quick. Like you don't even think about it and you're like, how did I get here? So the people that are going through a mental health struggle or, thinking about suicide is like, it feels like eternity right this second. But if you just hold on a little bit longer, you will feel like it went by so quick.
It gets better, I promise. And I feel like I'm the prime example of it gets better. I've been through a lot in my life and I'm still here standing strong, standing on top. And sometimes you got to appreciate what you go through because it builds character.
100%.
Like, even when you pray, like I was praying, like, God, give me strength, give me guidance. And boy, did he give me strength.
He sure did.
You know what I mean? And when you ask for this stuff, he puts you through stuff to give you that. You know what I mean? Even this NICU experience, I feel like it's going to make me strong to where I'm not going to be able to not handle anything. You know what I mean? This is just the beginning.
100%.
So,
and where can people find Choc Factory? Where can people find you?
So you guys can find Choc Factory on our website, chocfactory.com. Amazon. We're on Amazon now. You can follow me on Instagram, Princess Broadus, and Choc Factory HQ.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on Barely Famous.
Thank you.
I loved having you.
I loved being here. I feel like we were just on the couch chilling. Like
yes,
talking.
girl. Well, you can come back anytime.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.